Hey everyone, Draco Magnius here for another episode of Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. In the last episode, we completed the Fire Sanctuary by fighting Gearham again. And in this episode, Fee instructed us that we should head to the Sacred Temple, and I, for one, agree with her. Damn it. Anyway, as I was saying, I, for one, agree with her for once. Shocking as that may be. You'll find this episode is full of shocks, as the title will have you believe as well. Shocks and surprises at every turn. Before we get to Farron Woods, where the Sealed Temple is, I'm going to open my map to show you guys that I've marked where all of the treasure chests are ahead of time. Excuse me. But no, that's all I've done while off screen. I have not gone anywhere near this. This is an event that should be savored by all. For the unbelievable has come believable. Well, it will become believable when we see it. Sealed grounds. Oh, that's weird. This track wasn't here when we were here last. Someone must have just put it in, but, well, I'd say it'd take a lot of work, but we have been gone from this particular area for a while. So it's not too strange to believe that someone could have built this, but sure as hell wasn't the old lady. So who the heck could have built this? Groose is useless. Well, they're all waiting for us, so let's get this party on the road. Ah, your sword. There can be no doubt. The sacred flames have purified this blade. Well done, Yuramishi. That sword holds tremendous power. That power has a sacred force. Its divine power, left to us by the gods of old. The same power that is spoken in the Ballad of the Goddess. To look upon you is to see the same great power not flowing through you and the sword you, not now flowing through you and the sword you carry. Come, Yuramishi. You must now open the gate of time. Now that the sacred force dwells within your blade, strike the gate of time with the skyward strike. Surely it will awaken. Alright. Climb upon the pedestal and show the gate your sword's power. You got it, Granny. Oh god, what's going on? Whoa! Whoops. I switched back to old Groose. Need to stick to the rock. Oh, no. I fear the seal has given way. Once again, that terrible beast is awakened even as we speak. Damn it, Granny! You jinxed it, and now he's back up. It's likely that the monster reacted to the sacred power given off by your sword. I wish it had not happened, but there was no other way to open the gate, so it goes. Yuramishi, you must imprison the beast once again. Alright, bring it on! Wait, Bruce? What? This is what I've been waiting for. It's time to break out my new toy, trust me. That flabby bag of teeth doesn't stand a chance. You seem a lot more confident now. What's up? Well, what are we waiting for? I'm heading out there. Okay. This is weird. Groose is confident. The beast broke out. What's... Okay, what am I missing? Alright, let's go down there and shuffle. Hey, Yuramishi! What is that? Duh. Try not to drool on your shirt as you stare at this amazing super weapon I've been working on. Holy crap, he is the one who made all these tracks. I call it... Oh god, why? The Groosinator! What an imagination you have. Groose Land, the Groosinator. You know what, I think companies should hire you to name things for them. Leaves you speechless, doesn't it? That's only natural. You wouldn't believe how much time I put into building this beauty. I'd assume a lot. Here, check it out. First I got all the fences cluttering the area out of the way. Then I laid down the rails for her to run on. All by myself, of course. Well, of course, Grandma wouldn't help you. I don't know what came over me. I had no clue I had the talent to make something like this, you know? Anyhow, you just tell me where you want me to place my shots and I'll put a hurtin' on that ugly monster. I don't care how beefy you are, you're bound to stumble for a few moments after taking one of my big bombs to the body. Hang on though, that monster showed up a smidge sooner than I was expecting. There are a few final adjustments I gotta make before she can move on the rails I put down. I'll call to you when she's ready for action. Till then, do whatever you can to hold off the beast. Believe it or not, even though this is taking time, Groose's invention, I grudgingly call it by its true name, the Groosinator. Kuwabara's invention is actually incredibly useful in this fight. And you're going to want to use its power sparingly because you don't want to waste its shots. It can fire one shot every few seconds, I believe is the time rate. Because he needs to reload it, and those bombs that he loads into there are heavy because they're a lot bigger than regular bomb flowers. And the imprison has gotten stronger since we last sealed him. You'll notice he has arms now. Dun dun dun! And those arms will get in the way after you knock him on his back, so I suggest going with my strategy that I have already shown you. Look at that! Seems our ugly friend grew a pair of hands. Great timing. I hope he knows how to catch because my machine has a mean right arm. When she's loaded up, I'll let you know. Until then, do what you need to do to stop it. Now, before we continue, I will tell you. Now that the beast has arms, the Nightmare Beast, he will try and climb up the sides. Now, there are two ways you can knock his arms off. One, you can hit his fingers after climbing up there and he'll drop down because he won't be able to grab anything. Two, you can use the Groosinator to knock his hands down. However, that wastes a shot because the Groosinator, you know how he does that train thing after we knock the spike in? The Groosinator, hitting him once with that, snaps him right out of that, so he won't get to move an inch if you do your timing perfectly. So keep that in mind while you're doing this fight. I suggest you do my hop on his head and slam his spike in, then stop him with the Groosinator for this fight. But first you don't want to get stomped on. That is your number one issue. On. There we go. Like before, he takes 3 shots. Oh sure, at that exact moment I go to do it. Now I need to go back up. Hey, you're meshing. The machine's all loaded and ready to smash. That flabby second teeth tries to climb the wall, I can blast it off from here with a bomb. When you want some backup for me, just send me the signal with up on the D-pad. You got it, Groose. But more importantly, we should stop him from ascending without use of your... Yeah, his fingers up here are actually a lot weaker than the toes. And down he goes. Slip, damn it, slip. Good boy. Now, if you'll excuse me. Hiya! Oh, whoops. Alright, it's time for Groose to explode into action. Adjust the machine's position with the control stick and aim at your target with the Wii remote. Once you're finished aiming, press A to launch a bomb. If it hits, you'll stun the scaly sucker. If you forget the controls, press 2 and it. Oh, it seems like he decided to keep moving. Ow. Okay, you know, I'm going to use the Groosinator just to show, yeah. I'm going to use it just to show you what he means by, it will stun him. You got to have your timing perfect. It'll be like that for a while. Ha! She packs a mean punch, doesn't she? I tell you, I was in love the first time I pulled this lever. I'll start loading her back up with another bomb, so keep beating on Big Ugly till I give you the signal. Well, he'll be like this for a while, so we'll take advantage of his stunned nature at the moment. And of course, now he decides to do that maneuver. Now that Groose doesn't have the ability to launch a bomb. Come on, hurry up, Groose. I need you to fire a bomb. Oh, he's good. Ready? That one was a little short. Oh no, it worked. Yes. See, it instantly stops that train thing from happening, so we got him on the ropes now. Oh, no, no, no. I didn't mean to do that. Now I gotta hurry up and... Oh no, he's very close. This is bad. Although... No. No, 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 no. Oh, jerk. Alright, he's dazed. This should give me the timing I need. It's not the way I'd prefer to have done this, but it'll work. Ow. I better not fail. I mean, I was doing great until this point. I'm going to die. Yeah, this isn't gonna work. I'm gonna cut this until we actually beat him. Yes! Groose! Groose! Seriously! Didn't realize I had the Groosinator available right now. Alright. This time is precious, so... Of course you start moving when I'm ready to move the next foot. Yes! No! Stop moving. Oh, come on! That's just bullcrap. Please tell me the Groosinator's up and running for the next shot, because we're boned if it's not. Yes. Wait, that really just knocked him down? I never knew it would do that. If he has like an inch of... Well, it's kind of obvious he had an inch of health left. Oh, and lucky me, I'm already behind him, so I don't have to worry about getting... Come on. There we go. And down goes the Nightmare Beast. Again. Die already! That was an incredibly close call. Shouldn't have abused the Groosinator that much. But oh well. But seriously, can you guys believe it? Kuwabara was useful in this fight. Incredibly useful. I mean, we couldn't have done this without him. That's frightening. Now, Urameshi, strike the seal spike with a skyward strike to restore the seal. Quickly! Of course you decide to do that at that moment. That was weird. Kind of just glazed off it. Okay. Now this one is 2 triangles. That should hold it for a while. Triangles, the ultimate power of any universe. Stay down! Nice work, Urameshi. Of course, you couldn't have done it without me, but no need to thank Groose. I know I saved your tail. As much as it pains me to say it, he did save our ass. Oh, crud. Sorry for the cursing. He did save our butts. I'm not going to worship you or anything. I'm just going to say thanks. Now let's get that Gate of Time thing up and running. I'll go on ahead. Such searing pain to both body and pride. Wait, what the heck? Oh, that's right, there's a goddess cube that I didn't grab in here. In the Farron Woods. I should grab that while I'm here before leaving for Skyloft. Anyway. Now let's try this again, only with this time without failing. Or having a very rude interruption by the Nightmare Beast. It seems you were successful in imprisoning the monster again. Well, duh, you were there. Silly Grandma. You have my thanks, Urameshi. As do you, Groose. I do not wish to dwell on what may have happened if you two hadn't been here. Duh. Oh, you give me too much credit, Granny. Seriously, you do. Though he was a very crucial part in that fight, I was the one slamming it down. You were the one who got me to stop feeling sorry for myself and put my energy into doing what I could to help. I did what was necessary to get you to realize your full potential. Urameshi, you must wonder just what it is you've been fighting out there in the Great Pit. There is much I could tell you, but suffice to say it is the root of the evil we face. When you pass through the Gate of Time, you shall learn more. We may seal it and reseal it into to its prison 1,000 times, but it will always shatter the bonds that confine it. Such is its awesome power. Oh, come on! There's no way it's getting back up. Please, don't jinx it. Stop doing that, Granny. We must destroy it at its source, or suffer this fate again and again. I do agree with you. Killing it would keep us from having to fight it again. There's no time to lose. Hit the gate with a skyward strike. Come on already. Charge that sword of yours with this sacred force stuff Granny was talking about, and zap the gate of time. Right on, Granny. Now you're a hippie? Indeed. Now you're a hippie. Go to the gate. Good. Okay. Here we go. Pretty lights. Shiny. This is one pixely gate of time. Up there it goes. Whoa. Looks a lot better than the Gate of Time that was in the Temple of Time, that much is certain.
Do not fear it. This is what we have waited for. At long last, the gate has been reactivated. Bending before you is a path that transcends the flow of time. It is a portal to the past, to the very place where Zelda now waits. Go bravely, Urameshi. If everything is as I suspect, the reunion with Zelda you fought so hard lies beyond this gate. So hard for. Nah, don't worry about me. I'm gonna hang back here, Urameshi. That stupid monster doesn't know when to quit. And Granny here keeps
Yapping on and on about how we never know when he might bust free again. Someone's gotta stick around and guard the place. Might as well be me. He has one goofy smile. Besides, if I'm not here, who's gonna look out for the old girl? And you know what? Nah, forget about it. When you see Zelda, tell her I said, what's up? Kinda awkward to ask a question when you're not even there to ask it, but okay. I suppose it does take a big man to not see the girl that he loves and decides to let me see her instead. Because, you know, we're friends and all. We have been friends for a very long time. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we throw ourselves into the gate and journey back in time. Who knows what we may find there. Well, there's Impa. At last, I've been expecting you, Urameshi. You are doubtless overwhelmed, so I will explain things as simply as I can. This is the Temple of Hylia, though it will come to be known as the Sealed Temple sometime in the future. You stand in the past, ages before your own time. Here the goddess Hylia has only just sealed away demise. And little time has passed since the goddess sent the outcropping of rock into the sky that would one day become Skyloft. It is true to its name. You have passed through the gate of time to an era in the distant past. You will have many questions, but for now you must proceed back through the great doors behind you. It is there that the person you've risked life and blood to defend waits for you. Zelda's back there, guys. And I have no idea who this Demise guy she's talking about is, but I assume it's... You know what? All pretenses aside, Demise is the Nightmare Beast. They are one and the same. There we go. Though I do like the name Nightmare Beast better. Demise is his true name. Well, you probably figured that out. You've come so far, Urameshi. I'm glad you made it. I imagine Impa filled you in on everything. You've traveled very far from home to the distant past. In this era, the wounds inflicted on the land during the battle between the goddess and the demon king known as Demise have not yet healed. All the fairy tales about the war we heard growing up in Skyloft, incredible as it may seem, they appear to be all too real. I think it's time you learned the whole story. Let me try to explain. The old gods created a supreme power that gave anyone who possessed it the ability to shape reality and fulfill any desire. They called it the Triforce. This is the part of the story that all of us Legend of Zelda fans already know. This is where it gets new. In his thirst to make the world his own, Demise readied a massive army of monsters for war. He sought to take the Triforce for himself by force. The goddess feared for her people, and she used her power to send both them and the Triforce into the sky on a slice of earth she cut away from the land. This floating rock became a new home for our people. In time, it came to be known as Skyloft. After a long and fierce battle, the goddess Hylia succeeded in sealing away Demise. However, soon after the Demon King was imprisoned, it became clear that the seal would not hold long against his fearsome power. Hylia had suffered grave injuries in her battle with the Demon King. She knew that if he broke free again, there would be no stopping him. Funny, because I did it twice. But, I'm sorry, continue with your story. And if the Demon King were to free himself, it would mean the end of the world for all beings of this land. In order to put an end to the Demon King, Hylia devised two separate plans and set them both into motion. Go? The look on Link's face is just, First, she created Fate, and made the spirit that resides in your sword to serve a single purpose, to assist her chosen hero on his mission. Her second plan was to abandon her divine form and transfer her soul to the body of a mortal. She made the sacrifice, as you have likely guessed, so that the supreme power created by the old gods could one day be used. For with the supreme power of the Triforce was created by the gods, all of its power can never be wielded by one. Knowing this power was her last and only hope, the god gave up her divine powers, and in her immortal form... You've probably figured out by now, haven't you, Urameshi? You are the chosen hero, and I, Zelda. am the goddess reborn as a mortal. That's a little self-centered to you, but wait, what? Holy crap. So, you know what? Never mind about pushing me off the structures so much. I mean, you're a goddess, you could have just brought me back to life. Maybe that's why she was doing it so much. Still, I'm not going to forgive her that easily. Just, I don't want to get smoked for, you know, being angry at her. The day of the ceremony, Kirhim's tornado tossed me out of the sky and down toward the world below. I was nearly captured by the demonic forces, but I was rescued at the last moment by an old woman who lives in the sealed grounds. I had no memory at all of my existence as Hylia, but she explained it to me. She helped me remember who I was and what I had to do. I set out to pray at the goddess statues located in each temple across the land. Each statue stirred up memories within me. After I visited them all, Impa, an agent of the goddess, led me here to the past. Well, technically it's your agent since you're the goddess, but whatever. All of this part of the same great effort to prevent the revival of demise. Stripped of his true physical form by the seal that binds him, he takes the shape of an abomination. But even in his hideous state, he is more than capable of devouring this land if we allow him to do what he desires. We must stop him from freeing himself from the seal that imprisons him at any cost. That is why I intend to remain here in this time and place, to sustain the seal as best I can. As long as I continue this vigil, we may be able to prevent the Demon King from fully reviving himself in our own time. Wait, what now? You're doing what? I must maintain the seal that that I created, so long as I keep it strong, as for long as I am able. With the memory of my former life returning to me, I can see now that this is my purpose. Urameshi, the goddess created Fi and the great blade she is a part of for very specific reasons. For the task of standing against demise and the monstrous form he now assumes rests solely on your shoulders. Back in our own time, you've already driven him back into his prison twice now. I can't thank you enough for that, Urameshi. During your long journey, you've grown so much. You've learned wisdom from solving the devious puzzles and traps. You've gained power by honing and tempering both yourself and your sword. And by overcoming the trials set before you by the goddess, you have found true courage. Now that those qualities reside in you, you are worthy of wielding the power the old gods left behind for our kind. You can claim the Triforce. That's right, the mark on our hand is actually not the Triforce, but a mark that says we are able to wield it. Valiant hero, you have endured many hardships and journeyed far in your quest to reach this place. Along your travels you have found wisdom, power, and courage, and for this I shall bless your sword with the goddess's power. May it give you and your sword the strength to drive back the abomination that threatens this land. The mark you see on the back of your hand is proof that you are the hero of legend, and that within you dwells sacred power. It is the mark of the Triforce. Now stand, Urameshi. Draw your sword. And we now have the most powerful sword in the game, the true Master Sword. The goddess has blessed your blade, and the Master Sword has at last achieved its ultimate form. The sword is now imbued with the mythical power to drive back demons, and only Urameshi may wield it. That's right. As you probably all figured out from the beginning, I forget if Hawk 6 spoiled it for you or not, but the Goddess's Sword, aka the Skyward Sword, is the Master Sword in a much weakened state. We now have the ultimate sword in every Legend of Zelda game that is carried on from the beginning to now, which makes you wonder the question, why does Fi not talk to any other hero in the Legend of Zelda series? I'll let you all ponder this while we go toward the end of the game, but for now, let's continue. Urameshi, before I say another word, I feel like I owe you an apology. You see, the mark of the Triforce on your hand is a symbol of the greatest power in this world. In any world, but still. If you can obtain the actual Triforce, we have the power to vanquish Demise once and for all. Problem is, among the countless souls in this world, only select few, those with an unbreakable spirit, can wield its might. It's impossible to know the true reason why the old gods created the Triforce. I have a theory of my own. The gods created the Triforce, yet they specifically designed it so that their own kind could never use its power. Somehow, I think that may have been their way of giving hope to all the mortal beings of the land. Which brings us back to you. Face the eyes and give the land hope. The goddess Hylia needed someone with an unbreakable spirit. And someone is you, Urameshi. But spirit alone wasn't enough. You had to overcome many trials and awaken the hero within yourself so that you could wield that supreme power. And so Hylia, so I knew that if it meant saving Zelda, you would throw yourself headfirst into danger, without even a moment's doubt. I used you. I don't like being used, but I think this is kind of, worth it, considering if you hadn't, the world would probably be annihilated. So I'll forgive you. Plus, we go way back, so I'll let that also go. I can't begin to tell you how sorry I am for pulling you into all this, Urameshi. But you have to understand, this is a war, and the fate of the land hangs in the balance. I need your strength to tip the scales in our favor. All that may be well-intentioned and true, but that doesn't mean it's right. And it doesn't excuse my actions. But I'm prepared to pay the price for what I've done. To ensure that the seals hold, I will remain here, in this time, deep in sleep, for thousands of years. Urameshi, I can't say it enough. I'm so sorry for the way I had to involve you in this. But until my memory of things before our lifetime returned to me, I had no idea we were fated to carry such a heavy destiny. Before all this, I was happy just spending my days hanging around with you in Skyline. I wanted that feeling to last forever. No, Zelda, you can't! No! Let me in! Stop. While it's true that I am Hylia reborn, I'm still my father's daughter and your friend. I'm still your Zelda. When Demise is finally gone, there will be no more need for the seal that binds him, and I will be able to wake up. So I'm going to ask you a favor, sleepyhead. Ever since we were kids, I'd always be the one to wake you up when you slept in. But this time, when all this is over, will you come to wake me up? I promise. Sorry, this chokes me up every time. And so it was. Zelda, the goddess Hylia, sealed herself in amber to lock the seal on Demise for 1,000 years, to give us the time we needed to find a way to destroy him. using the ultimate power of the universe. We have a heavy burden on our shoulders, guys. But we are not alone. We have many people that will help us along the way. But our journey is near its end. And with all that has been unloaded on all of us, I think it's time we end this video here. So in the next episode of The Legend of Zelda: The Skyward Sword, we will return to our time and look for a way to find the Triforce. See you guys then.